that you're the 46 ones. I'm so sorry that you are where you currently are. I just finished posting on Twitter that we are live. Hopefully all is well. Now, unfortunately today, just in case, chat, you cannot be on screen. But that's okay. Welcome to the first sponsored stream, sponsored of 2025. My first time being officially sponsored by Genshin. I did join the Genshin Creator Program last year so that you guys could get drops and get some free premium gems for your game while I'm streaming. And I know I haven't actually streamed Genshin in a long time. That does not mean I have not been playing it. Most recently, the game unlocked a whole new area. We have a whole new land to explore. I have a couple more sections to check out right now. One of these days, you're going to try it, Jeff. Jeff, this is a great... sometime between now and the next 7 days. It's a fantastic time. Fantastic day. So for those of you who are not aware, the reason why the sponsorship is happening right now is because Daisy's going in for surgery next week. So not only do I have the time, but it seemed like it would suit our goals currently. As you can see here, we're tracking the campaign's progress, and there is a free code that people who already have Genshin can use and redeem if they have not already. I'm also just posting that I am live. I was going to try to post it. Why can't it just go straight to my story? There we go. Add to home screen? No. No, I do not want to add to home screen. Oh, I'm so sorry for the noise. Okay. I think everyone knows that we're live now. So I've been exploring Natlan, the new area, just a little bit. I love to unlock all of the statues that kind of illuminate the map. I like to go through and see how many I can unlock before playing through the original quest. Plus, I just love looking at the world and seeing what's there. There's tons of new creatures in this area, and I feel really bad battling them because they're so cute. And like, I already know I had that problem with the slimes in this game. I felt very bad about it, but like, these guys are a whole new level of cute. I'm way behind on the main story, which is my favorite part of Genshin. I think their cinematics and their character building and their world building and like the actual lore is the most exciting part of the game for me. I have really bad luck when it comes to like trying to grind out. Oh, congrats! Yay, you'll be out soon. We'll be happy to have you here. I have really bad luck when it comes to rolling for artifacts and upgrading my characters. While I enjoy doing it, and I really like games that make me work if I want to, I have bad luck. So my characters are not like maxed up in like what they can be to have optimum damage or optimum compatibility, and most of my ability in this game just comes from spamming special abilities whenever I can. And I've done a test trial of some of the new characters that are from Natlan in the newest chapter of the story, which is coming to a close soon, by the way. We're gonna have like some finale hype soon with the next few drops. I'm very excited. We're getting closer and closer and closer, and I do not want to be behind on the story, so let's just get right into it. Oh, let me make sure you can see it. How about that? That'll be better for everybody. Nope. Nope. Why game no capture? Oh, it's not windowed. Okay, 1 second. I kind of forgot I cannot capture. I can't capture full screen. Windowed. Okay. Hopefully. Yay! Okay. It's kind of small. Why is it so small? Would it be a stream if I didn't have a little bit of tech issues? Just like a little itty bit? That's even smaller. That's no good. Uh-oh. Can I just do both? Will that work? Okay, great! Now that we're done playing around in settings, I'll show you where we are and what we have going on right now. I'm so excited. And make sure my phone is on silent. Okay, great! By the way, this is not going to be the only time I'm streaming Genshin. The sponsored campaign lasts for, let me see, 16. Okay, so not 7 more days. 16 more days. The campaign is on. I'll be streaming Genshin throughout the campaign. I will also be doing a co-op stream for any of y'all who already play. You do have to be in the America server. Sorry, that's where I am. Let's look at the map. I want to show you what I have unlocked right now. So all of this stuff here is new map to be discovered. I would like to go up here right away. This is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go to this statue. Currently, I'm down here. This area, as much as it intrigues me, I know damn well from how Inazuma went that I'm going to have to earn it through stories and quests and things like that, which I'm more than excited to do in the future. I'm currently here at this statue, which I just unlocked, and we're gonna travel. We're gonna travel through some stops. I think I want to unlock these waypoints. They seem to be a very natural way to progress and get along to here, which will then get us to here. I just want to see what's up here and like get an idea for the vibe. And then we're gonna be going back to Fontaine. I also can't unlock this one yet because it's not accessible, I think, without going through the quest. And then we have this whole region of Fontaine, which as you can see, I've touched a little bit, but most of my exploration progress is pretty much 0 here, as opposed to its 100% neighbor in Mondstadt. This area is also locked by a quest. Bonus points to me if I can unlock this little gap in my map today, but if not, that's okay. I really like this vale so far. It seems like a very cool fusion area between Fontaine, Mondstadt, and Liyue. I think it's so cool how it connects them all, not just geographically, but thematically. Really like it. I haven't done a lot of the underwater exploration, like, at all. I've barely done any world quests in Fontaine. I kind of stopped playing every day right before Fontaine came out. So, we are currently in the chapters of the story that are happening over there. Let me remember all my controls. If we are switching back and forth between a lot of menus, I apologize. I am a little bit rusty. Okay, so we're currently on Chapter 4, Act 2, Like the Faint Moonlight of Yesteryear. Linny has been acquitted, but you are not sure about what your next step should be. You decide to take up Navia's offer for a farewell meal. Right. Plus we have these... We have some Sumeru stuff down here. More Sumeru stuff down here. This is a timed event. Maybe we'll touch on this today if we get through this chapter. But
the case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed.
It's a lot. So let's just start by running around wildly, shall we? Yes, we shall. Look how cute these guys are. I can also transform into them in this nation right now. Now, because I am so behind on the game, I currently cannot use the power of flame with my traveler right now, but that's alright. There's so many beautiful animals in this area, and I really like the rocks. It reminds me of my trip to Montana. And as always, there is a lot of large looming objects on the horizon that terrify me. Something new about the Natlan nation as well is they basically said you don't need stamina here. I forget what it's called. Phlogiston? Yeah. Phlogiston. Maybe. I don't know. But it's the thing that replaces it's the thing that replaces stamina. I'm sure they'll mention it multiple times throughout the game. See, like, I don't want to attack them. They're too cute. I can transform into it. Like so. I'm now a bird. This guy can fly. Can I pick things up while I'm a bird? I can. Hell yeah. This is one of many birds, mind you. There's some deer. This guy has, like, a flight ability. Alright, we got a tutorial, folks. So, a wind tunnel. A one-way path formed by gaseous phlogiston. Phlogiston doesn't sound like it's right. Phlogiston or something. I don't know. I feel like the emphasis is on the wrong syllable. I don't know how to pronounce it. Only the cucosaurs and members of the flower feather clan who understand their internal structure can use these freely. That's the other thing. I also had to choose a clan, and I'm the green one, I think. Literally just had a sword fighting meeting about spaces. Pickleball might be the solution. Very cool. Pickleball is very popular in the UK. It's a different hockey. Okay, I'm going to enter this. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cool. And we glide. Took us almost exactly to where we needed to be. Okay, well, that was fun. All done with being a bird now. Not a thing anywhere else in the game, just in this nation, apparently. Another tutorial, okay. In some specific circumstances, interactions among the gaseous phlogiston can result in it becoming mutually entangled. Forming lumps. Cucosaurs, some tribespeople familiar with the lump's inner workings. Familiar with the lump's inner workings is a great sentence. State of having full phlogiston not consuming any. Short-lived current. Okay. I don't know. Do we need that current right now? I thought we were going north. I was under the impression I was going north. M for map. Yes, I am. Okay. So let's just stick to what we know. What we know is north. This looks like a settlement or a city.
Cuckoo if you want to fly high like they do.
Okay, that was a lot. Okay, so those little guys are all over the place. Maybe they wanted me to be staying in the bird form while I run through here and collect all of them? It's unclear to me. I'm going to just proceed as a girl on legs. Going north. I really like all the balloons. Man, it's so pretty. Oh. What? That was the noise of something to collect. Where was that? I don't see it on my mini-map at all. There it is. Okay. Oh, up there! So these are... Gosh, what would it be? That's not what I wanted. Where's my inventory button? J? Nope. J was map. Is I inventory? No. B. B! There it is. Okay. Extract to obtain sanctifying elixir. What? Oh. No, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna not... No, whatever you are, I'm not doing that. I don't know what that is because I've been away for a while. Okay, we're looking at... No, 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 no. No, what am I... Where are the guys? Okay, yes, the oculuses. Oh, I don't have any in my inventory right now because they're all handed into the statues. Okay, so we have these little sigils of each element. We collect them as part of our exploration going around. We offer to the statues. We get bonuses. Collectibles. It's collectibles, gang. So we have Anemoculus, Geoculus, Electroculus, Dendroculus, Hydroculus, and that is a Pyroculus. Let's get it! Charge people for the day events now? Aw. We had to increase our prices for the first time in 12 years. This last year? Hello! Hi, Abundi. You are a well-dressed tribesperson. I like your hat. I thought... Oh, I don't have you unlocked yet. I understand. Okay. I'm just gonna climb up here. Ah, no. Also. Oh, hi, Teddy Cat. Hello. Oh, speaking of phones, something I did not mention is that while you can play Genshin on mobile, is a mobile compatible game. I play mine through the Epic Game Store. I've never played on mobile, but my sponsored campaign is PC only. Aw, let me go up there.
Stay safe.
I like using Kaching to climb stuff because I can just use this.
Incoming.
Woohoo. Oh, that didn't work at all! How do I climb up? Surely that is the way up. Do I just have to... Is the solution just be better? Yes. Yes, it was. Okay, it didn't look scalable from the ground. My bad. My range is off. This is a cool balloon, though. I'm gonna get you. Yes! Cool! Now we were going north. Float, shall we? The Genshin soundtrack never disappoints. Okay, it definitely wanted me to be a bird all the way through here. There's way too many of those little bobbles. They wanted me to be in permaflight. Up seems fun. Investigate. Give me an arrow. Give me something. Why are you being so touchy? Come on, give a potato, look, and a cabbage. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Ooh, I see. Okay, so hold up. This is where we're going. First of all, it looks totally different. Looks very lore heavy from all this jovial areas we've been in before. Okay, we're gonna... Ooh, we're gonna permafly. Oh, there's stuff down here too. Okay, cool. So they really want you to use a lot of the new creatures in the new areas. We're headed straight for that Pyroculus. I am not going to be stopping for every chest I see while I do this. Yeah, that's understandable. I totally get it. It's harder and harder to maintain that these days, you know? Where did it go? Did I fucking miss it? I just saw it. Or was it this I was seeing? It was that I was seeing. Cool, got it. Nailed it. I can go super float. Awesome. Well, that was cool. So these are definitely ruins, right? That's what we're looking at. This is just me thinking out loud. I don't actually know. Whoops. Didn't even see that. Cool. Wow, we made it over here really fast. I do like how there's a different type of... Gotta go fast in all the new areas lately. Well, yeah. Will they just let me walk through here? Excuse me? A dragon? Is it gone? What happened? Is the area way up ahead its territory or something still? Why would it need to lord over such a big place anyway? Will it really kill us just to let it through? So part of the new area I know is not fully voice acted. I'm not sure if that's just a non-voice acting line or if it's just part of the missing lines. It's hard to tell sometimes. Wow, that was... I am on the edge of my seat right now. Yes, that is totally a dragon. And we just encountered it for the first time. Like, I've never seen them before previously in the game. Any other older chapters. I'm just gonna be a bird. Yes, Ember, please! We can even do co-op next week. This is some Elder Scrolls ambiance right now. I know you did, I know. Everyone with the 1 and 2 coming out. Oh, okay, so this is a different type of creature I can turn into. Another bird boy. Except he kind of hops. He does not fly like the other. I'll tell you that. I don't know what that's supposed to do in this exact situation. Like, I kind of know how he works, but not really. It's locked. Okay, do I have to come back here when I do story things, or am I just being dumb and not knowing how to use my bird? So the thing is, I'm pretty sure I can discover waypoints in here. I just can't discover this guy. Oh, but there's some big bird stuff happening over there. Okay, maybe this is a, like... Maybe it is just a puzzle that involves being both birds. Oh my goodness, I just sneak right in. Or not. Or yes, I do. Amazing. Okay. Do I need to also... Oh, it's my little guy. This is my pet. Hang on. Oh my god. The dragon. This is scary. And I just survived because reasons. An enormous explosion rings out. You all slide to the bottom amidst loafing rubble and sand. How did this happen? Are you okay? I'm fine. Oh yeah, I named my little dino buddy Jason. Thought it was funny. As a nest dragon flown away, Paimon doesn't understand why he keeps coming after us. So rude. Paimon would understand if it were protecting a treasure, like in fairy tales. We'd stolen some of it. We haven't done anything like that. Can it read minds? It is a stew. Not anything here for us to take anyway. Jason knows. Okay, so Jason has to be returned to a specific spot before bad things happen. So he's not our permanent buddy. He's just a guest right now. You never did the build Lisa the Library of Her Dreams. No, and I'm sure she's really looking forward to it. Okay. Month and day unknown, weather foggy. Finally here, the ancient city is now occupied by a violent and evil dragon, final resting place of probably someone. If Auntie knew, she'd be in quite the hub, that's for sure, no other way. The Abyss no longer poses as terrifying of a threat as it did back when I was born, but whether for the sake of the Jade of Return sought by countless adventurers, treasure. I thought it was funny. I can change his name later, I'm pretty sure. There's no need to be nervous. Okay. So this is definitely ruins. Golden entreaty. So definitely treasure. I wonder if that's going to be a new boss fight. I mean, this area is very cool and totally different from all the others. You know someone named Chase? We all do. That's why I thought it'd be funny. Oh, it's a whole separate quest. Oh.
You give, you receive.
Interesting. So it's not part of the same quest line we've already started. Ooh. That's a lot of water. There she is. Interesting. Yeah, definitely some underwater spots. Okay, cool. Or just underground. Lots of layers. So I hand in the Pyroculus here, and then it will unlock those things for me. Ooh, I got an achievement. Love those. I love that I don't have to hunt for them, that I just get them. Sometime. Of course, Slayer's like an onion. I do like that they just happen. Achievement hunting this game, if I ever, you know, decide that's my fate. Help me. Help my soul. I might roll today if we get enough. Let's see. Ooh. Like, look how cool she is. I don't even need to know anything about the game. Like, the new chapter at all to know that I want you in my life. I only need a few more. Damn. I got some dust. Should we try one right now? Should I just test my streamer luck? I could do it twice. Your impression of Lisa forever, for real? She's so sweet. Wait, didn't they give us a new skin for Lisa? Or am I thinking of someone else? Okay, no, it's still the same as before. But there's lots of other costumes that have come out. I really like Clee's, but I don't even have Clee in my characters so far. I do really like this one, and I do really have Ganyu. I say we gamble, gang. We're getting a little off track. But what if? Oh. Not a 5-star. Sword. Poke. Magic. Magic.
I'm Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
You might be a new
You'll
character.
Excuse me if I skip the pleasantries. Is there a case that needs my attention?
She did not skip the pleasantries. She said a lot of pleasantries. I love a gun. I actually played as her in the character trial, and it was really fun. Mechanically, really fun. Character to play as. I think she's new to my collection. Bow, book, sword, staff, sword. Yes, she is new. Okay, cool. So yeah, the gun weapon is new because, you know, it's considered a polearm. It's a gun. Woohoo! Again. No. Vaguely, yeah. I feel like there might be others that are a better match though. Maybe I'll get someone else new? Another Fontainer? A new weapon! And I got extra glitter from that weapon. The flute! Okay. That has Fontaine written all over it. Club. Magique. Club. Sword. Sword. Okay, well, you know what? It is new. Normal or charged attacks grant harmonic on hits, and then gaining 5 harmonic triggers the power of the music. Deals 100% attack damage to surrounding opponents. Cool. Very cool. Don't know if I have a character that works well with right now. But that's okay. Hello, Keela. Okay, I obviously don't have enough to do a whole 10 again right now, but we're back up to 4 and we're broke, so. Starting a band? Ooh, okay. Who would be in my band? Fine, a level... Thank you. I actually don't have a lot of level up abilities. I shouldn't. Lynette could be in a band. I have lots of characters I haven't leveled up. Lanyan is new to me. I got her literally last week, and I haven't met her in the game yet. Like, through the chapters and stuff. Lisa! You're tearing me apart. All of these characters are unbuilt. Okay, so Amber, we're getting into the territory of I leveled you up early on. Same with Ningguang. I did not remember leveling up Candace, like, at all. I mean, she is fucking cool. She's very cool. Bonjour. Hi, Mr. Subtleties. Welcome to Genshin Day. Kave, Dory, Sucro, Heizo. Well, like, I have some, like, potentially good combinations. I just don't have everyone leveled up equally. I've been working on Ganyu. I have a few more frost flowers to defeat. Maybe we do that this week. So many, and these are just the ones I have. There's way more. In fact, I counted the other day, and there were 18 characters added in the time that I've not been playing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, where is it? Here! No, these are just mine. Crap. Where... Grr. Okay. There's a spot where I could look and see it, but... Oh, well. Okay, it's time for us to get back into questing. We did the thing we said we were going to do. And while the Dragon Quest is very intriguing, I think we're going to need to go in order, because I also don't want to accidentally try to spoil myself and then get stuck, like, partway through, trying to solve something that I could have just done in the right order in the first place. So... While the City Buried by Ash is a very cool quest, and we will come back to it, because as you can see, I actually don't have a lot of quests going on right now. Before I stopped playing, I was very on top of things. There's not a lot that I'm missing. Okay, I can unlock more of these once I catch up on the story. So these prerequisite quests, basically, I can't play any of these character quests until I meet them and complete their section. So I've met Linny. I need to complete the chapter we're on right now. Same with Farina and Navia. I've met them. Wriothesley, he's new. He's one of the Natlan characters. 94. Yes. Yeah, we're encroaching on 100. But that being said, I also used to be a League of Legends player, so this is not even that many characters compared to some other games. I haven't met Chori. Arlecchino. Beautiful. More guns. I'm seeing more guns. Cool. And yeah, all of these are my completed ones. Pretty much. Kave is active in my menu just now, as you saw. Lynette's coming up, and I haven't unlocked Kaya yet. Yes, I guess. Okay, cool. I can't use other unlocks because I need to play more quests. So let's do that, shall we? Now, I want to go to the main story. So the Archon quest is the overarching story. The story quests are like secondary storylines. I'm only going to jump down to a secondary storyline if there's a character in one of those quests that is location locked. I need to come back, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm trying not to take more world quests until I've actually, like, caught up on what I already have a little. Not to mention, I'm also trying to 100% Inazuma still. Because... I got 100% in Mondstadt. Dragonspine is currently 90%. And then in Liyue, I have Bishui Plain is 100. The Estuary is 94. Midland's 95. Alicia is 94. Sea of Clouds is 93. And the Chasm's 45. Like, pretty close. Like, I was working my way down. Yeah, it's a lot. And I am an overachiever. Yes. But it's fun. I love working in games. Then down here in Inazuma, 91, 76, 70, 75, 60, 85. Don't even get me started on Sumeru. Barely touched her, and there's so much. It's huge. 51, 45, 45, 44, 52, 37, 48, 55, 52. Like, it's huge. And then, of course, have not touched Fontaine. Have barely touched Natlan. Because we just got here. But I like how it's... I like that Natlan feels like multiple biomes and not just one flavored different ways.
I'm all
So
for
that's pretty
work-life
cool.
balance, but I think this is pushing it.
What's the button to navigate me? There it is. Alright. Also, Kaching's work-life balance comment felt targeted and personal. Having to actually wait for an elevator? Really? How long will this take? How long? I hear it. Does this go all the way down? Okay. I'm gonna say Navia line because that's who gave me the quest for lunch. This is literally a lunch quest, is what we're doing. Okay, so clearly that was wrong. Does it tell me in the quest that I'm doing which one I'm supposed to be on? No. No, it does not. Okay, we'll try level 4. Is this where I started? It literally is, isn't it? How? It's not helpful. Okay, let's just try 1. We'll just go to 1. Waiting for an elevator after I was just an actual bird. An actual magic bird with fire. Yes! Teleporting fire magic bird. You're absolutely right. With my dragon Jason. Ah! We would get there eventually. Heck yes. Follow the yellow line. So, Navia wants us to help us solve a missing persons case. Also, the lore of Fontaine. Beautiful. This is a justice system area. I agree. Very acceptable, Jason, at that. The people can turn into water, and also the city is being drowned. Like it's sinking or something. So, hi, Keela. I think we need to stop that from happening. Up the... Oh, okay, I see. So up the stairs. Got it. I was on track. That's a very loud outfit you have there. Hello, kitten. Kilo wants early treats. Yes, you do. Oh, I just remembered. I need to... Well, I guess I can just turn those off if they come in. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. Everything's good. Court of Fontaine. So, ooh, for me. No, not for you. You know what? Sure. I definitely wasn't just going to take something for free. Don't. I just remembered there's achievements for filling the archive, and all of these are books I can actually read, and I have nearly $1 million, so... There we go. Maybe we'll do a reading stream one day. Gila, Ember says, fuck you. Just kidding. Ember says she loves you. Ooh, waypoint. Heck yeah. Oh, Keela says she loves you too. She's right here. Okay. A lot of work to go to supper. There we go. Hi, darling. Wow, stepping on my keyboard. Because you're hungry? Can't have that.
I came here several times with my father when I was
Okay,
little.
we have some voice acting.
I stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting
And
excited
she's back.
already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
I will wait here a moment. You don't get snack when you cry.
Ooh,
Hug me instead.
everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Yes,
Why,
they
of
do.
course.
Right.
Go ahead, try
You still
whatever you
have
like. If the
15
food's
minutes.
good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone.
Yeah.
Albeit with only one dish per table.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna skip through some of
You
this.
have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast,
So we
right?
just
did win
won
that case
a
after all.
case in the court against the
Oh, true.
Archon,
Very true.
the Hydro Archon.
In that case,
She's.
Paimon didn't
I'm
mean
hoping
that
she
you had
has
to
some
order
good
even more
character
food.
development because right now she's a little bit annoying.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get
Right,
caught
serial
soon
disappearances
now that this
case,
is all
that's what it is.
happening?
well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women.
What they mean by
But we
dissolve
still
is
don't know
literally
what they are
dissolve them
really
into
after.
water.
If it hadn't happened right in
Buried
front
under a
of us,
cat. Aw.
Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person...
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking!
There was a witness from
In
the
such
group, but he
investigations,
was
even the
turned into
smallest step
water.
can seem like a yawning
while trying to
chasm if
testify.
the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's
Relatable.
not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where
I like
filth
her
falls
mission.
through,
I like it.
where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
No way, Paimon.
It's all right.
No way.
Well, let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true.
We're talking to
We didn't
every
have a chance
Archon.
to speak to her after the trial ended.
Talking to every god.
It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine.
They basically
Well,
treat their
Would you
courthouse kind of like
consider
an
some
opera house.
more, unique ways?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady
That's
Farina would
very,
be eager to see the
Very
ending,
fancy.
and would agree in order to finish
Yes,
watching the
Paimon is
play.
a simple
Don't you
thinker,
think?
and that's okay. Thank you.
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand
Nadia.
answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
Cannot do
I can
that.
personally testify that this one works. When I...
that might work, but
valid point. All right, no more joking around. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally.
Yeah, we're
I
not on
imagine
good
that she
terms with
feels
her right
quite
now.
ashamed about the whole
you mean
We are
that if
winners.
we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know,
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Yes,
Was
yes,
this
she
your
did admit that.
Sorry about that.
Kitten,
Paimon wasn't really paying attention, and the cup was right next to Paimon.
you're not the
Would you
cat who
like
needs
to order
surgery.
another?
Get your tail
No,
out
it's
of my
fine.
face.
All right. Honestly,
Is that so? Huh. If we're all finished eating, then I'll...
yeah.
Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Let's go. Akila.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Allegedly.
That would be so normal.
Okay. As
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
oh, nothing,
Nah.
nothing. It was.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again.
So this is goodbye, huh?
We
Well,
will definitely
if you
see
do
you
encounter
again.
any other trouble in Fontaine, you're
You're a
always
playable
welcome
character.
to contact
We will
the
definitely encounter you
in
again.
any case, I wish you smooth sailing.
Thank you, bye. Long goodbyes, dude. That was all I needed to do to finish that chapter? That's so funny. Okay, well now I can go and unlock those other character quests. And then we'll go and harass a god. Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Those are completed quests. I want those. Gila is, hovering over the bottom half of my screen, flicking her tail angrily at me. Oh. Okay, fine. I guess I cannot unlock more. Boo. Another big guy. Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna need to fight you at some point? Most important. Not at all jealous kid. Not at all hungry. First snack early. Back at the Court of Fontaine. Okay, why do I have a feeling I need to teleport? 800 meters is too many meters. Yep. Yep, it is. Okay. Back to the fountain. This is also why I like to unlock separate from the quests, because it makes me feel like I get the gratification of getting through the story, which is one of my favorite parts. The story, but also just the general world building and design and stuff. Very pretty. Makes me be able to get through the story faster. It's like not having to wait for the next episode of a show. It's like I can get there and I can get there now.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again.
Is the fountain speaking to me again?
Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yep.
That's...
This...
Vache.
The water was giving me voices when we
Why are
first...
you still walking towards it?
When we first
There might
came
be
to
something nasty
Fontaine.
in the water.
My theory is that the people who were turned into water,
Huh?
their souls
Hang
still
on.
exist.
Paimon can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake
Give me
up!
a cool flashback scene. Let's go. I turn into water. I die. Hello. Hi, Oceanid. I definitely don't whoop your ass on a regular basis to get level up items. What's up?
Vache. Are you my dear Vache?
I am not Oceanid.
You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? I'm...
No.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My
Okay.
memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
You were
Yes,
human?
that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore. I do not know
You get
how
turned
I came
into
to be
water.
like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Were you dissolved?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally
Did
as
he
much.
not get turned into water?
But now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any
Then why are you
new
screaming
memories.
for him? Pick
The thought
one!
of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters.
Need caffeine but cannot disturb.
losing
That is true.
consciousness.
I was trying to get into the shower earlier
saw
today and
Vache above
Daisy
the
laid
surface.
down on me and I didn't move for
His
over
eyes
an
were
hour.
filled with such sorrow. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Yeah, so the mind
I
remains.
think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Just got home, so
Farewell,
she's
then.
clingy.
I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Gotcha. I'll find him. Maybe.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
Waking up in a firefight? Oh my god, we're getting a full sequence right now. Did I sleep through 10,000 years? Okay, not 10,000, but did I sleep through a year?
Someone's out! Look out!
What did I say about needing to fight them?
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
And they're all elementally charged? Oh.
Grand?
Why is the guard trying to kill Navia? Never mind, she's here to help us. Hell yeah, we love her. She's awesome. I'm biased towards purple, what can I say?
Quick, now's our chance!
Okay, Zoro, Papa, love this. But also, why is it happening? Yeah, to be a tiny cat that just lays in the sun and waits for one last to come home that provides food. These animations are so good. I love them. That was a lot. Oh my god, we went from such a peaceful scene to this. Can't wait for the exposition for
I
that.
should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
It was a large ruckus.
Followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe
Accurate.
that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
This is the weirdest thank you
Mr.
ever.
Camus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
So they knew each
Do
other
not
before.
speak of my father.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Me.
What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
From the guys
Then I know
attacking you,
much more than you.
obviously,
But I
Navia.
believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Okay.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only
Suspicious.
conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via
I
illegal means.
doubt it.
Deploying them as a private force of sorts.
I think there's
What?
so
Your
many
point being
there's
that
so
they're
many
out of
players
Spina
in this
di
story. I
Rosula's
don't
league,
think the Archon is behind
Yes.
the disappearances.
Be careful and do not act rashly.
She's
I will
not.
continue investigating.
She doesn't
no matter
give
what.
those vibes.
We
You know what I
will bring
mean?
the truth to light. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand.
It could
But
be
if
the
you get any ideas, tell me first.
pardon me.
much
It could be
appreciate
the
being followed.
Fatui. That would be the most
I do not think that
sensical
they'll strike again
explanation.
anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thought...
I know, she's...
Gorgeous. Tell me what I missed, because that was a lot. Oh, and now there's civilians like nothing just happened.
And Nadia and her gang saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there.
No, it
As
wasn't.
such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
What a great
If
way of
it were
putting
me,
it.
I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick
Gardners
of time.
can't be quiet, right? Those are
Well,
not
to be
stealthy
honest,
machines.
You're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Yes. All thanks to
Paimon
you
being
grabbing my
shocked
drink by
that-
mistake.
She contributed is hilarious.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly
Alright,
thought of
Keela,
what you
you're
said.
right. It is past 8
That
o'clock
the
now.
Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
An assassination. So the dissolving water thing only works on people who are from Fontaine, the Water
I
Nation.
sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I
Apparently.
figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Because we're allies. That's what happens when you
We did
ally
follow a
yourself with
plan that they
someone.
were
You
probably pretty
also
proud of,
turn yourself against
almost got
all
their
of
name in the
the enemies
process.
that your allies have.
Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. Oh,
Yeah, I
and
just
this
spoke to a
time
dead
Paimon
lady.
heard it too. But does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That was a lot of
That
exposition,
doesn't sound like
Paimon.
too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Yes.
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice in the fountain belonged to one of the missing women. A person named Vache was a witness when she dissolved.
Oh, that is important.
Yes, it is. Friends mean enemies. Yeah. I tell everyone about the
Vache.
consciousness.
That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the
I'll find him.
Thank you. This is very important information indeed. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Of
Well,
course.
you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not.
Demoiselle, do
We
try
witnessed
not
a
to
battle.
look
We
quite
didn't even
so pleased.
participate, but I
You
guess
are
we're
the
in it
face
now.
of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case,
Also
let's head back
me.
to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange it. We also have some plans to go over. And
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
I feel like Silver's voice just changes all the time. I got an achievement in a language I don't recognize. You hear the ocean, it's calling, connect with consciousness. The neck and follow. Interesting. I'm sure it's a clue. I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, I do have to... Oh, right, because I got a new character. I have to feed my cats and get some water, so I'm just gonna step away real quick. I won't be long.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Cats are fed and I have water. Your cousin's crashing on the couch. Gotten like a nice little chug of water to hit the spot. Alright. Time to go to her house. Oh, fair enough. I wish I had a place I could do that too when I was younger. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Free potato! Apples. Damn. Close.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Maloose.
Maloose.
Now.
Go to the accommodations. Okay, it is down. Seems like I should be going down. I've been down in this area before when I was just exploring and not actually questing. It's basically the suspicious, sketchy underground. But it is really cool. Basically, the sewer. Yummy. We'll use the stairs. Don't you love it when you have a wealthy friend and they say, "Follow me to your accommodations," and then you jump into a sewer? Me too. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Hello. Ah, okay.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Be nice, Paimon. Be
Your
nice.
accommodations have been arranged.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago.
Did he get turned
I'm
into
afraid I'm
water?
not quite his equal.
Your father.
That's
He
true.
was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is
Lore,
something I
lore,
hope they
lore,
can
lore,
understand.
lore.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
I've not heard anyone
3
say
years
that.
ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
That's so sad.
No.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why
Maybe
he
he'll
did
speak
that.
to us through
How
our
could
water
he
ritual
protect
and
his
tell
honor
us.
if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Definitely.
Ah, so that's why
Definitely
you're
not
so
something you want to talk to a
determined get
Paimon
the
about.
bottom of that
Definitely
case.
something you want to talk to a therapist about.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
Suspicious.
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend,
Paimon
I
definitely
must
does
get
not
to
have
the
a
truth.
psychology degree. I don't think Paimon
If
has
only
any
he'd been
degree.
more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
How
And
do you
now,
hide that?
Here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that
I
Master Callus
also-
murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than
I
the two
do
of
have
you,
a psychology
Demoiselle.
degree.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful.
The Unfaithful is not really
Even
like a
our
murderous
support was
name, though.
decreased
The
greatly due to
Unfaithful
that
makes it sound like he
incident,
cheated on
hence
his
our
dead wife.
strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama.
People do like
People
drama.
love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall
There's a
into
lot
an
of really
abyss from one
good
slip-up just as
narrative
much.
and discourse in these chapters.
Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Melis dropping the real tea.
Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that
That's
you can just let go and move
crazy.
on from.
Ms. Clorand
People love
has
drama, that's why they're
always
still watching
placed
the
great
cutscenes.
emphasis
Yes!
on the honorable nature of the duel. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
That's so sad.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Navia, you're being very reasonable to not want to chill out and team up with the woman who killed your dad.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our
He and
understanding
his
as well.
guy. He probably had to.
Oh, Papa.
He was probably threatened and chose
What
to go out on
madness
his own
drove you
terms.
to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted.
All right, well, back to
Thanks.
work.
You two should go and
Come
rest.
on. Therapy.
Please, relax and
Therapy.
get some sleep.
Well, I'm gonna have nightmares now. Rest in my room. Talk to
Whether it be
Silver. Just
responsibility
kidding.
for Spina di Rosula or Master Callus's death, it all landed on Demoiselle's shoulders so suddenly. This
Okay.
won't do. I must become stronger.
I must become stronger. Yes, you will. Okay, now I will rest. Peaceful night passes under the Spina di Rosula's protection.
Paimons, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de
Poisson?
Rosula's place of origin, and
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying, but never mind that.
no, I just returned after going
Give
out
me
for a while.
information.
Wait,
Vache. Did
How could I
Vache
after having
research?
guess Paimon...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I
Wow.
suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Unless Vache is behind it all,
too late.
and Vache is one of the Fatui.
No, there is one ray of hope, and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette.
We love
If
Neuvillette.
the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing
Oceanid,
recently,
not Oceanid.
we should be able to
Oops, my
find some
bad.
related information there.
Oceanid.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files?
Let's
that case,
go.
No, it's
Let's go. Let's go read some files. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, let's also get achievements. That's so sad. And then she's like, yeah, well, I'm just not ready yet. Like, it's not totally valid. Library adventure time! Heck yeah. We did that in Sumeru,
It's
too.
right up ahead. Come on.
Yeah, it is. Took us no time at all. What? What is this? What did I do? Oh. Yay! Cool. I'll get rewards. Eventually. Plus all my exploration rewards as well. I haven't logged in since last week. I didn't want to spoil, like, getting through some of this newer story stuff just when I was all on my own. Library time. Very pretty.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Oh!
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See?
Agree.
They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
So
Unlike
sassy.
some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all
Yep.
coming back to me now.
Dragon
here today to
Slayer,
report and archive
God
some information on a
Killer,
follow-up
Mech
case.
Destroyer,
Is that even a thing?
Void Severer, Attorney,
Of course. Don't worry. We're here
Time
on official
Traveler.
business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief
Thanks so much.
World Saver, Attorney. That's me. That's us. I'll go to the chief. See? How good did that feel? Collect the history of the decline and fall of the Rumura series. And then if I get it, I can have a new pretty picture. Ooh. Look at all those. Yes, absolutely. That's why I buy the books. Am I going up? How do I get up? Where is up?
Please come in.
That was easy. I like your voice. Hello. Can I have your books, please? I like him.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet.
He reminds me of my other favorite character. Therefore,
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to
I
you.
like him.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for
Nah,
a
he'd
man
chill
called
with it.
Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
She said it well.
I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
All files. Manually. You'll be sleeping here for 7 days while I complete this task. No, you may not help.
Nervalet would be so easy to talk to.
Yeah, he's super chill with it. Why can't I remember the name of the character? The Void guy. Yeah, it would take a while. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
Interesting.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
It's not a
Is
dream.
that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Disappointed. That was quite the ahem.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words.
She's calling him out.
You only said those things
Ooh.
because you felt like you should.
Ooh.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You
Oh.
even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
That's a little
If you
harsh.
truly regret my father's death,
Oh, she's
then
gonna
why
cry.
didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything.
And now
There
he's
are
water.
still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me
Daisy.
answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
The floof is here. Surgery girl.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone.
Poor girl, she's hurting
It's
bad.
not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well.
Daisy just laid down
In
in
any
front of my
case,
screen.
everyone already knows full
She's
well
having a
the
bath.
apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
That was intense. An intense couple of days. Hi, Daisy. I know I did want to see you, but are you really going to have a bath, like, right there? You're not just going to lay down? That would be much nicer.
Navia, are you okay?
No, she's
I'm
clearly freaking not. She's not.
Rain. It's raining.
Everyone dissolves.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of
Taking a picture,
murder,
Daisy.
it was also raining.
Rain.
What is it?
Our next
Did you think of
clue.
something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
He
That thought
dissolved.
has occurred to us
He
before.
dissolved.
We've even expanded the search area.
The
to
rain
try to
is the
account for that.
murderer.
Didn't find anything of value.
Intense therapy, yeah.
Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think
That's not what I
found a
meant at
true
all.
Genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect it?
Vacher
All right,
is the murderer.
Let's go to Poisson.
Now
With
there'd be
this
record
new
of
lead
him.
in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
I thought the father turned into water, but yeah, no, the murderer
Do you
turned
wanna
into
go with
water.
me now?
For sure.
Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Let's just go.
Great. Let's go.
Let's go right now. I know, but also... So basically, the rain dissolved the murderer would be the more lore accurate way to put it. It sounds like go to Poisson. Okay, it says there's a sparkle. Hydroculus. Here. I don't see it up here, which means... Daisy! Oh, I was trying to hit enter and then Daisy sat on. Give me this sparkle. It didn't work at all! Okay. We'll have to come back another time, I guess. A cat cam? You betcha. I will do my best. A waypoint? Perfect time to switch to a kitty cat cam. So she really likes to get so close to my monitor that she pushes the power button. It's very problematic. Not through the Genshin campaign, but through a separate campaign, we actually received a donation of $140 to help cover the costs of her surgery. I also found out that not included in our quote was her pre-op blood work that she's going to get that morning. So that 140 will basically cover the majority of that blood work that she'll have done, which is super duper. She is trying to... Oh. What's that? Oh. That was so cute. She's trying to have a bath, so I don't want to bother her too much. That was really cute. Got her hair all up in the room now. Into the cat cow.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Ka-ching, you're fine. I really like how spoopy it is down here. 11 out of 10.
What a huge ship!
It looks so cool.
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
Navia, it can be both.
My father was
It
the one
can
who asked for
still
it to
be a
built like
ship.
this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition,
It's cool.
and conquest.
Just say it. Just say it's cool.
Symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless.
It's cool.
I thought you were bluffing when Paimon was confused by a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now
It's
that
cool.
Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
It's because it's cool.
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began.
Boat.
It's our main base, our home.
The whole place is boat styled. Very cool. A puppy. I wish I could pet him. Oh, but look, they act friendly towards you, but then you can't pet them. It's so sad. Yes, we do. Money, money, money. Let me pet you. Oh, I wish I could. Genshin, please let me pet the dogs. That's the update I want. I don't want to see another nation until I can pet the dogs. That's a lie. I want both. Oh, Daisy just started hitting buttons on the monitor again. She's trying to change the picture contrast. And now she's turning around. And she flopped. What if Pet the Dragon, the evil one? The one where it's like, ah, this must be the evil dragon's evil lair. This formerly evil city? I don't know about that. I don't know about petting that dragon. We can go and pet,
Apologies
the first
for the wait,
dragon.
Mademoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important.
Violent petting.
You
That's
see,
a way to
my
put it.
father's case had
With a
something to do with
sword.
water from the primordial sea. You still remember, right, Balloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, give me the exact case
of course.
details.
Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Is it
At a
music?
glance, it was a kind of drink that could
Oh.
excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
LSD in a bottle?
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did.
These are some heavy
Considering
topics.
what we know now, it's almost certain that synth
Yes.
is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia
me.
and anxiety, while lacking energy to do anything. As he oversaw
Dangerous
Poisson,
substance.
my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse, and called for a complete ban of it.
There are some
Boss's
heavy
uncompromising
topics.
attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield.
Good job.
Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and
Probably the same person
But
behind
the
the
enemy was very
disappearances.
cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant.
The man on the
The
inside.
man's name was Jacques.
Not
He felt
Vacher.
greatly ashamed about
Damn.
his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe
This
the
has
most
got me
important clue was something we all overlooked
I need
at the
to
time.
know.
There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. You're right.
We love that
still
third
don't know
person
what
theory.
happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. I think this third person is probably the key to
Third
the
water
full truth.
person.
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning.
Yes, quite a voice.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal
Are you
with.
talking
and
about
Boss has
Paimon or
already
Malice?
lost his
'Cause
life trying to bring them to
That could
justice.
describe both.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
That's suspicious,
If that's
Melus.
indeed
That's
what he wished for,
suspicious,
Then
Melus.
he should have told me that himself.
Also, that's
Was I not the
That's
closest
true.
person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew?
for fun.
Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by.
Yeah,
Did he
Melus.
think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly?
What if the answer
I've
was
never
yes?
accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want
Say.
to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
But also for yourself.
This is indeed the best moment to act.
This is quite
Your
the
partner
therapy
appears
quest.
to be quite reliable, and
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yeah, he's being
Yes, I do.
suspicious.
in fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
You've never said anything
But
till
what
now.
drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Probably the same person who tried to
What?
kill her tonight.
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors
This is
told
all
him
very
that he
convenient, Melus.
had no more than 5 years left to live.
And he told me
And the
to
serial
wait
disappearances
until
case
strangers
caused him
came
great
around to tell you
anxiety.
all this.
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his
Why-
hands on some key
why now,
incriminating
dude?
evidence
Why
for
now?
the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details. But as long as
Details.
you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you,
Interesting.
then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared
Then is someone
victims.
trying to kill her who's a good
so
guy
nobody
and
would be able
wants
to
the
get out
information to be
scot-free.
exposed?
As we've seen,
What a
Boss's
web.
tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has
3
not tried
years.
to take Demoiselle's life.
Until today, they literally
No.
did today.
I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud
Valid.
as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
Stubborn, stubborn.
So he chose to die in silence so that he could protect me.
Sounds
I'm
like a
afraid
fatherly
you're not
decision.
understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword.
Not the
If
parasol.
Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be...
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might
More
have set up everything
tears.
precisely because
She's having
he never
a
thought
hard
I'd be
day.
able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me?
She's having
And what if I
imposter
was never able to
syndrome.
make it to where I am now? Yeah,
You're
I
alive,
suppose
dude.
that's
You're
true.
alive.
with the way he'd set, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
That
It's
wasn't the key.
location where synth
evidence?
is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters.
It's combat
When he was
time.
threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy,
I'll go in
you'll
there
still
and kick
have to
their
take several
butts.
things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
Yeah, for once I agree with
You
Paimon.
mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
Malus, a sidebar. We've killed dragons, bro. I got this.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find
Paimon
inside.
can absolutely not
nor
take
what
him.
people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw
Big
one
floofy
of them
cat butt.
dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
I could take him.
That's true. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the—
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing
Oh
to
my
take
God,
on
but
any
the
kind
butler
of
did
risk
it.
for your sake.
He's the butler after
But
all.
considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you for all of that, Malus.
Suspicious.
Let me think. One conclusion I came
It's
to
probably not him.
was that the
I'm
enemy
just saying.
must be quite familiar
Suspicious.
with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
That's
when I
true.
announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Should we just shoot from the hip here?
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most.
Okay.
Which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well.
Okay.
Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could... There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
And I
Uncle
definitely know what that
Marcel.
is.
It's a guild in Poisson.
What if it's all of
The
them?
Boss helped it to grow to its
if
current
it's all
size
3 of
and
them?
prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now...
So,
What would a rich
they're
guy
like
need?
a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think
The
it's
final
him.
suspect is Thierry, the man
Thierry.
responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
So he's already a rat.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities
I
we
need
have
to
to
stay
report
awake
to the
so I can
local
sleep late, so I can stay up late.
Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he
What a
could
dilemma.
theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right
I'm gonna
next
go with
to
the
me all
first
along,
guy.
among those I trust the most.
Or all 3 of them.
It's almost too hard to believe.
Cry some
If you
more.
want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the
I
quarry.
found a
Judging from
whisker
our
in my pant
experience,
leg
the enemy
today,
is
so maybe it's
extremely
a seasonal
cautious.
thing.
Of course.
But when they're
And
growing,
thank
I
you,
think
Malus. You've
they
provided
lose
us
a lot of
with
whiskers
of great
quickly.
information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before
Doing
I
my
forget,
duty.
proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
It's just spring cleaning.
Aw, thank
They're
you so
starting
much,
early.
Malus. You really are the best.
That is true.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
My
I
dear.
hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Okay, so this is our new case. 3 years ago, on a rainy night, banquet goers heard 2 gunshots outside the house. When they reached the scene, Callus had a gun in his hands, and Jacques had been shot and was dead. Based on the investigations done then, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. But they didn't mention the clothes that were there. They said there were some clothes as well. Visit Jacques' family. Where's the sparkle? It says there's a sparkle. I don't see it. I was hoping it'd be in here. Oh well. Okay, we need to go across there and then across there. Yes. We can go back for the sparkles later. I just like to grab them when I see them, especially the ones where you kind of have to figure out how to reach them. I really do like the exploration portion of this game, and those are a big part of getting 100% in all the areas. Free radish for me. Alright. Time to interrogate.
It is settled then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
They don't know? Why would they know?
Hey,
Oh, unfortunately,
Riothe's all quiet.
it's a PC only
This isn't like her
campaign.
at all.
So it'll only work on PCs, not the mobile device versions.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time.
Yeah.
After what happened,
Thank you.
I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di
I mean, they're
Rosula
housing
sent us a lot
them,
of mora and support.
So they can't hold a lot
I
against
understood
them.
your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand.
We have these that we can look to as we go on, just for the record. So we have 2 more clues to find in this area.
Understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Actually, she
I
does,
didn't know how to
Adele.
face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry
Yeah,
all that
no,
guilt.
I'm pretty sure it's
On
not
the
going to be the
matter
next
regarding
16
your husband,
days.
My daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you
That's also
mind sharing it
suspicious.
with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets.
I like her
and felt
voice.
that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything.
Yeah, Adele is not
so
buying
when
anything.
Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal.
She is
He
better.
accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
And then turn into water!
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day,
This
he
is
told
a
me
lot.
that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why
Dang.
I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis
Nah,
had
there's
always
a
taken
third
great care of
person.
us, both when he was still alive. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing?
Murder is murder, Adele.
Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem.
Yeah,
But also third person.
Papa was a
Third
really good
person.
man.
Then you should hold on to that. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword.
Okay, now you're just
He must have
stealing
done so
Malus's
To give you a
hot lines, his bars.
Thank you for everything you've told me.
Plagiarism is a
will
crime,
definitely
Navia.
find the truth. The current state of things is...
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so?
Okay, great.
That's the first...
So does that count as a clue? Yes, we got a testimony. Okay, great. Talk to Florent. Cross the bridge. Why couldn't I talk to him first? And then not cross the
I'm
bridge
fine.
again.
Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Okay, I think it's the
They're all
first
should be
guy
nearby,
or all of
and
them.
we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
So this guy we're talking to right now, Florent,
get
I think
myself
it's
together
him
on
or
the-
all 3 of them. Just based off of nothing at all and just gut instinct.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Just kidding. It's Florent because he also sounds like that. So I now have 2 reasons.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
Something that dramatic? I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth.
And the
it'll be all
vibes.
the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
It could be all 3
Let
of
me
them.
think.
3 potential informants
Mr.
working
Callis
together.
was feeling pretty upbeat that day.
One of them will be lying, I bet.
So
We have
he
to
was
spot the difference.
drinking and bantering away with us at the table. We
We are playing Ace Attorney right now. Kind of. But better and prettier and newer. We have to be detectives. So, he was feeling upbeat, drinking,
After
banting.
that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it.
I
Who knew that we
know.
would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after. My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene.
Okay.
But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone. While the
Right.
second
Where
killed
did
Jacques.
what was the other
But
shot?
I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made
That's a
sure to
clue.
confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards,
But then he
that
couldn't
doesn't
have
mean he
been. Then it couldn't have
had
been a
other guns
self-defense
on his
situation
person.
for Jacques.
About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned.
But there was a gun in his hand.
Do you think there was a 3rd person there who was turned into water?
So he was left with a gun in his hand, but it was not his gun.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him.
Okay, so maybe he just
The
had
gun
2.
he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a 3rd person on the
Okay,
scene.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine.
Or
He
trees.
chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand.
Hmm.
Then, and if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many
Maybe
people
Florent
have
is
laughed at me
clear.
for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed.
3 years
But it was
isn't a
Mr.
long time.
Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most.
Don't worry.
Hmm.
I will. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
One of them's a stinky stinker. And he gave us a new clue. Maybe my random shot from the hip guess was wrong. Shocking off. There is a... the sploosh. The sparkle. Yeah, the underwater map in Fontaine is extensive. I'm not going to explore it all today. I just wanted to get the Hydroculus. It's important to inspect your diving equipment, she says, as I hop in with a skirt on. Alright, we gotta get back up. Oh, to the Court of Fontaine. He's not even down here. Yeah, that would have taken a gosh darn tootin' second. Okay. Daisy's still asleep here. She's been real sleepy lately. Okay. Hello. He's already an informant, so like...
It's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
So that guy so far seems clear. All his story matched up. It's a little bit meta to say this, but the uncle is the third one, the final one. Normally they make you go through the, you know, when you're looking for something in this game, they want you to explore all options before getting to the real one. So uncle or all three, maybe, potentially. But I still think it's worth noting that Theory is technically already an informant, so it wouldn't be crazy to think that he could be triple crossing.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm
okay.
also a member of the guards, you know.
Oh, okay.
The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to
the dog
city
in the
already?
background is crazy.
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
Incredibly sketchy.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours?
The angle, the tone of
here for
voice,
some
the fact that he's
business?
already an informant.
These two are my partners. What happened at the
Maybe
Opera
all
House
three of
made
them
us
theory
realize
is
that Lenny's
good.
case and my father's.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now. If
Yeah.
you want to go through the original files from...
That'd
Help
be
you look
much
for the files,
appreciated.
okay.
Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
He could have also been connected to the attack.
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your
That's even
father's case.
sketchier.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Wow.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage.
This makes no sense.
If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. So I can promise you, Those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business
The uncle
would
is rich.
definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
The uncle, the third guy, is rich. They love to make us jump through all the hoops before getting to the real one.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Not officially. Don't declare things like that.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside,
The
I'd like to
uncle,
wish you
the
all
rich
best with your
uncle.
investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a
Plus,
little
of
while,
course,
so
the uncles
just
want
come
to
find
pull
me
a
if you need any
scar
support from the
move
guards.
on Mufasa and Simba. Or in this situation, Callus and Navia. Time to contact Uncle Marcel. Where are you? Let's get him. Oh, let's get our rewards first while we're here.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
I did say we would. I forgot there's a claim all button now. So handy. I hated doing that manually every day.
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
You're welcome for completing today's commissions. Thank you for my rewards. I'm close to leveling up. I'm adventuring 55 right now. Oh, right, Marcel. I love those wings. I love them so much. I'm pretty sure those are the ones I got from Dragon's Spine. Dragon's Spine. Shit. It's hard knowing which ways. Hi, Nana. Meow, meow, meow to you too. There you are, Uncle. Wait, a freebie. A very weirdly dressed dog. Hello? Give me your wares. Oh my gosh, it's Fanta! Let's get it! Fermented juice. I wonder if I need that for a new recipe. I love cooking in this game, so we buy everything all the time. What's the point of having millions if you don't spend it? Maybe we'll do some cooking today. It is! It is. It is very, very orange. Really wish there was a purchase all button in here. Now that there's purchase all buttons and dispatch all buttons. Marquette is also new. Save me some collecting on that. And boom! Yes, it's a very good nod. You're not an uncle.
Hello. How may I help you?
Oh, you're the staff.
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him. Sure. I will
let him know right away. Uncle Marcel, you dirty rich bastard.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House.
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game.
Blah, blah, blah. Give us clues. Tell us you're guilty.
Oh, jeez. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Very dramatic
Uncle
nation.
Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Only from Fontaine.
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Suspicious?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabriere will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
He hasn't said a lot explicitly. It seems a little, like, almost political, the way he's talking about it, but not actually implicating either way, you know?
Thank you, Uncle Marcel.
Daisy
But
set
I
up, and I
don't
can
intend to
barely
go
see
into
the screen
hiding.
now.
I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
I call bull. No way. Suspicious.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have
He
the
was
time
out?
to drink with the guests.
He was out. He was out while it happened?
Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
He said he heard the sound of a gunshot, and he was away while it happened. So his story does not line up, and he's lacking an alibi. As I predicted, the final man is the bad man.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask
Let me
around
write that down in my book.
more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
It was the uncle. He wants to eliminate Simba. Navia, can we talk somewhere else, maybe? Yes, okay, great.
Don't blink.
And yes, this is faster than running. Shut up. I'll talk to you right now about how...
Talk to all three suspects.
Yes,
Purely
he is.
Based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly
Yes, he did, Paimon! Yes, he did!
I suppose that's
He said
to be
one
expected,
gunshot.
though. If a single... Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough...
Am I the only one paying attention?
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. So
According to Jacques' family members, he... If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So Jacques fired the first shot?
Yes.
Oh? And why is that?
Could he guarantee his safety after killing Callus, or his family's safety?
Ooh, that's a good point.
No one confessed, guess it's an
Jacques
accident.
probably already
For
knew
real.
that he was just being used as a tool for murder.
Everyone else's
And once he
stories
had completed
corroborated
his mission,
perfectly,
he'd
except
be
for
of
the
no
final
more
guy.
use to his
The
boss.
uncle, the rich uncle. He was the
So
only one whose
what would
story
make
didn't
more sense
match.
from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
A game theory.
Besides, Jacques, the attack
But
from the
he said
Gardenex
nice
has been
words couldn't
bothering
be
me
him,
quite a
quote
bit as well.
Paimon. For real.
It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even
Yes.
Given everything that's happened,
Yes.
who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardemex?
We said it would have to be someone who's incredibly wealthy and has an incredible amount of time. It has to be Uncle Marcel.
My father did really trust him.
Hi, Keela.
And they worked together on a
She
large
says
number
hi.
of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques.
His
And
money.
with funds from the Confrérie,
Yes, he can
he could
afford
also
it.
afford a large number of Gardemex. Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After
might
all,
be
Uncle
joining
Marcel
a
has been around since I was just a
magical
child.
type role-playing group.
Also,
Cool.
wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Theory's the guard guy. But then there's the sus guy. Again, it could literally be all three of them, which I said originally, because each of them brings a certain different...
Thierry, you say? Huh.
Je ne sais quoi.
It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use, but I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory.
Hi,
If the
kitten.
mecha were taken from the guards,
Yeah.
it should be pretty easy to find out when and how.
Or the sus boy who's just sus for vibe reasons.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Shaw.
He doesn't have a lot of money.
But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
Uncle! They get to... Okay, finally, I get to actually have a say. Because, oh my god, that was so annoying. It's you.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
I know, I'm brilliant.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us,
There's a blank.
and
There's a blank in my notebook.
possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Silver, the second guard / butler, was not around at all while Malus was talking to us about all that stuff. Is he gonna be an aha at the end, potentially? Maybe?
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky.
I want to fight
But
something.
we don't have any other... We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
It's been a very roleplay heavy night so far, which is fine by me, but it would be nice to have a single battle.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
How convenient.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger
No,
called
our boy.
Is that someone you...
Yeah, we know him.
No, we literally are holding
He's
his
been accused of
vision
being
right
the
now.
true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's
Like,
what
I did
thought
say
was
it could be
strange
connected
about
to the
it, so I came to tell you the news right
but I don't
away.
think it would be
If
connected
the charge
to
against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
We already found out at the beginning of this whole Fontaine questline when we interacted with Child and he gave us his vision for safekeeping that the Fatui are upset with him right now. So if at the end of the day the Fatui are behind all of this, which kind of it always boils down to in a way because they're like the main antagonists, they could be trying to throw Child under the bus to cover their own tracks and then shut down her investigation all in one fell swoop.
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
You can go to Irenaeus while I go investigate the place because I can kick Booty.
Just as expected of my... Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're
Yep.
right. This is our best opportunity. I
Great.
won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though.
I'll find
Unless we
evidence.
find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
I will.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Yep.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
Oh,
I'm
look
ready.
who's back.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When
Still missing something.
did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
And it always comes down to
Thank
the
you
butler
so
did
much.
it,
Then, let's make haste. See you then!
but it's too obvious. Okay. I concluded Marcel. Yes, I did. Especially because the financial piece is just too large to ignore. It's raining.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
I'm heading over. I've headed over. What am I doing? Hate it when they do that. You must split up and uncover the truth. Yeah, okay. And... a very active flower.
Huh. According to Malusa's info,
Sorry, go ahead. According to Malusa's info...
let's go and try to find the entrance.
Oh.
My apologies.
He's super dead. Maybe it's this puzzle. Oh, do I have to check it with water? Okay, hang on. I need to swap out for my water girl. Barbara.
Wish me luck.
Luck. Oh. Oh, it might be a time-based thing? Hmm.
Go, Barbara, go!
Go, Barbara, go! Okay, come back. What's going on here? Okay, cool. And you're also here. No, go. What? I hate the Sealy puzzles. What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, or if this is even related to the entrance. I don't know what that did. Oh. Did I do it that time? I did. Oh, is it just for this chest? It's not. It's for another chest.
This is the kind of surprise I could sing about.
Oh my gosh, there's more of them.
Go, Barbara, go!
I'm going. Okay, so I just realized that the entrance to the headquarters is like literally 300 meters away from here, so I don't know why I had to come here in the first place. I don't know what the clue I was looking for was, but I'm pretty sure we're about to swim. Yeah, 'cause all of this is, like, layer down. I'm sure it's not the last layer either. And I'm assuming this one over here?
Go, Barbara, go!
These all connected? Oh, plus, ahead of me on the map is a shrine. So, I should go discover that. That's up there on the hill.
Take flight! Barbados, guide us.
Wrap up the flame! Motion to compel! Embrace the ice!
I know it's a lot just for some fucking slimes, but considering this isn't even my main quest, and I thought it was.
Incinerate! I'll protect us. My apologies. Boom boom!
I swear by my sword.
Go and fly! Whirling snow!
Oh, he hit me. Fuck. I almost went no hit.
Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental
Newborn tainted hydro talisman in a scoop of tainted water. In detailed step-by-step blueprint. Okay, interesting. Chest open, please. Oh, awesome. Heck yeah, be awesome.
I should treasure this good fortune.
Cool. Oh, there's a fishing spot. I don't want to fish right now. Let's go discover this and then get on our way. See, I really like the exploration sections. What can I say? Especially because, like, in Fontaine, like, as we covered before, I've barely explored anything. Like, 10% in this area. There's tons of stuff to do just kicking around in the world that has nothing to do with,
Go, Barbara, go!
that's gonna... Ooh. It's gonna end up having nothing to do with the quest, but it's still fun. Cool. Like this. This is fun. I like this. I love the exploration so much. Isn't that all of them? Yeah, there we go.
Look at it sparkle.
Time trial? There's already another time trial down there.
This weather is so amazing. I could burst into song.
You could, Barbara, you could. Barbara would have to be in the Genshin band. We're so sidetracked and I don't even care. We'll have to do all this eventually. There's just so much to do in the big, wide world we're in, you know? Whoa. Drop, drop, drop. Oh my god. Wasting time. Wow, we are really going all over the place. Hey, there's a Hydroculus up here, though. Thank you, game. I did it. That's a good chest, too.
Look at it sparkle.
Really sparkle.
Go, Barbara, go!
Heck yes. Okay. Now that we are so far away from where we want to be, we can come back to the map. Where are we? Oh, we're here now. Okay. We need to get down there. Okay, we're gonna float, y'all. We are gonna float. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, I do have to swap her out, though. It was nice we did a couple puzzles real quick. I'm glad I could figure them out, but we need...
Something's come up?
Yes. Starts that work-life balance you treasure so dearly. Okay. We're gonna have to dive. And being underwater makes me nervous because of Subnautica reasons, but that is okay. I have also got a bedtime, so I'm hoping we can just get at the location, we'll save, and my next scheduled stream is for Friday with more Genshin. I'm gonna try to share this campaign more in the meantime and get some, hopefully get some people who are interested in trying to play and getting that all set up. Yeah, so see how you can see under the water? That means you can go under the water. All right, here we go. Boom. Look at all this. You might think it's really pretty, and I just look down and think, that's scary. It is objectively pretty, and I understand that, but also, this better be the entrance, I swear.
Finally found it!
Let me get the thingy!
So this is the entrance that leads to the
Yeah.
Sim production base. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is
Traps.
Navia's probably
Traps.
arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Pretty, and yet. Ooh, we get a meanwhile? We've never gotten a meanwhile. Normally it's just, this is deal with your stuff. We get flashbacks. We don't normally get meanwhiles.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Mr.
Do you accept the
Tartaglia.
charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
No.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
Child, you're not
I've got to
helping.
admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Oh
When
my
I
god.
privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey!
Farina's
don't you
back.
Understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
This isn't the place for you to
Oh,
try being right.
Sounds like
You're
the
bad at
Hydro
it.
Archon wants to lecture me
We
on
beat
the
you
ways
last
of
time.
the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Did they change how his face is drawn?
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress.
Tartaglia is low-key
let me explain
stalling
everything
for
from
us.
the very beginning again.
Except for the fact that he wants to accept the
The goal of
charge.
this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Thank you, Navia.
What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
And she's good at being right.
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Oh, shit.
We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored.
I feel
to
like
death
his
by all
hair
these
is different
rules and
now.
procedures anyway.
Or like his
So
face
I'll
is
take you up on that offer.
softer.
So, Your Honor,
I don't
is there
know. He
nothing
just looks
else for me to
slightly
do
different
now?
to me.
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
Okay. Nothing new yet. This is quite the
Who
meanwhile.
is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Person we're charging?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
The drama.
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge
Would the
fails,
game let me be
depending on the
wrong? Is
circumstances,
what I'm
you
currently
may also be
sweating
charged
bullets
with
about.
the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
I am interested to see what Marcel does. Oh, we don't get to go back to me?
Mr.
We have to stay
Marcel,
here?
You will not require an attorney.
I want
Is
my
that correct?
blue little bubble!
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's
He
going on.
said one gunshot, not
Won't be
two.
necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. To the only through elucidating what really happened in that case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on. Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor.
That's what people
and remember,
in
both
real
you
life
and I
say.
Only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun.
Again, he's doubling down on a gun. When real people in real life are guilty, one of the main things they say when questioned or pressured or put in an awkward position, to go, why would I do that? That is literally a thing they say in real life. That's like a true crime fact. I'm not a true crime girly, but like I got some true crime facts. That is a true crime fact.
If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect
Nope,
as well?
they all heard 2 gunshots.
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
Oh, you know
The
something, you
audience
guilty
doesn't even have
bitch.
the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
You're a lame Archon right
Exactly
now.
correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory
But
about
they don't need to refresh our
In
memory
which
because we
case,
were
I
there.
will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
You have to report it to us.
On the day of the murder,
Okay.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
We have to do this even though we're not there. Unfair.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the
Basically,
scene,
we have to
they found the
disprove
primary
certain
suspect,
elements of this
Callus,
based
holding a
on
gun,
the
while his acquaintance Jacques lay
testimony
dead
and
from a
evidence we've
gunshot
gathered so
wound.
far.
The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life.
There would still be evidence of the first bullet landing
The
somewhere.
suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
So,
These are the known facts about the case.
we now have to disprove these facts with the evidence we have. Done this once before, we can do it again.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Mhm.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Why'd they pull this up again? Just leave me in there. Okay, so there's a 2 gunshots piece which we can go for, and motive to kill. Well, they're not putting in the thing about him only hearing 1 gunshot. Okay. I just need to figure out where they want me to put certain things. Ooh, the estate was theirs as well. Very damning. Okay, where's the testimony from his family? Here it is. There we go.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Right. Now, we also have that he didn't carry a gun out with him. Yeah, that needs to go there. What? There's no reason that shouldn't have gone there. That's crazy. First shot, 3rd person. Where's the part about where can I put the rain? Like the water stuff. Where can I put that? Doesn't really match up well. Oh my god.
This assassin
okay, there we go.
first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Which means you must be where I put the water.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene.
Okay, we did it.
The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
We did it.
Realizing this, the
actually,
true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
We did it. The Oratrice loves us. Successful refutation. I don't like the way that they make me match stuff up
what
fast, but
happened.
that's okay.
Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives.
You're not off the hook yet.
I
Shut the
guess
fuck
they
up.
didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
Yes.
You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things.
The gunshot thing.
1.
Why don't I have
Do
evidence
you
of
have
his
the
testimony?
Evidence to back up your claims.
I'm afraid not.
The testimonies
not at
are
this very
evidence
moment.
for the record in real life.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
But they don't have evidence
I may not
against
have the
Tartaglia
evidence with me,
either.
But I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative
I
direction.
don't like her yet. I would like to like her though. Because I think her character's design is really cool.
Differently today.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively,
She was just
she's
defeated pretty
become more
badly.
diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
There was no proof at the time.
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case.
That's true.
My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger.
That's very
All of
funny.
us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, and once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Do you have any proof?
Of course.
Yes.
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Clarand?
I don't need
Why'd
your
she say it like
apology,
that?
your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
Clarand?
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one
She's
look
talking
and I
too
can
quiet
tell
for people to
if
hear
a
her, though.
duelist is
When
hoping
she's
to live,
talking
or
with
if
her
they're
back
looking
to the
die.
room. She should be facing that
I
way.
hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
I like her outfit, too.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
Thank you, Ida. You're right, it is almost bedtime.
However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit
I want to
intended
get
to kill Bullseye, and
into
at the
the
end
building.
of Lily's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
That is true.
So that's why you suspected me.
No, there's other reasons.
Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm
Surely
used
they
to
wouldn't have let me get this far
You've
if he
always
was the
been an
wrong
impulsive and
suspect,
sentimental
right?
child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try
Okay,
to refute your
Silver.
points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true,
Currently, the
can you prove
realization that
I was the
the
only
character
person
has a
present
lot
at
of
both
shortcuts.
events?
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage.
Snezhnaya is where the Fatui are from, and I said at the end of the day, it's always the Fatui that are responsible for everything.
But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial
case is also
disappearances?
something, but
You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and
I feel
family
that. I
when I
know
left
it's almost bedtime. We're
Snezhnaya for
wrapping
the
up,
first
love.
time. Could those records and testimonies
Hi.
do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
Would they let me get the
At
wrong
this
guy?
rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
No way, they're just trying to make it
You've done
dramatic.
a superb job of
He
dissecting
only
your
heard
father's
one
feelings
gunshot.
as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected,
He's
and
being too
conscientious, instead of
defensive for
dwelling
an
only on your own
innocent man.
feelings.
Let me just put it
Once
that
you've
way.
learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things.
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved
Very
ones to the serial
patronizing, very you,
disappearances,
very
and the
guilty.
people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
We got it, boys!
So you do know that name.
We got it!
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never
We got
even
no,
heard
we
of.
were right. We were so
I
right.
was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, earlier. Okay, so I thought that was supposed to be a meanwhile, but now they're saying a little while earlier. They didn't let me get the bubble. They just put me straight in. Oh. Okay, that's kind of a cliffhanger, gang, but it just might have to be that way. Oh, gang. Oh, I'm inside, okay, they're treating this like... Okay, they're treating this like a domain. So I gotta defeat the domain, I guess. And then continue. What are all y'all? Gardamex, I guess?
My apologies.
I've never seen these before. Arithmetic Enhancer Mech. I'm attacked by meth! Machine created to complement the energy defects. Then you cover Oshia or Numa energies, different enhancement effects. Periodically generate energy, allowing it to replenish the power of nearby. Attack with charge, opposite signature, induce overload state. Okay, so I need to not let it recharge stuff. I need to attack with opposite.
Kamisato art.
Hila is also fully sitting up in front of my screen right now.
Incinerate. Nowhere to hide.
So we definitely take this guy down first because ew.
Hey. Motion to compel.
No recharge allowed here. Absolutely not.
Go as one. Incoming. Hit. Time for your arraignment.
And start.
Whoa. The floor is going up.
We've been on elevators before, Paimon.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
I'm not even gonna deal with you right now, Paimon. Just let me get my treasure and be on my way. Keela says you need to put on hard mode. Apparently, she did just move to my right, so now she's sitting near my
Thinks we need to
my
go
mouse
up, but
instead of my keyboard.
Paimon doesn't see a way.
I can become
Let's
water.
take a look around. Maybe we'll find
This looks like water. Looks like I need to dive under the water to find said mechanism. Absorb the abilities of the xenochromatic Fontamer aberrants. Those are definitely all things that I know and understand. Well, first of all, can I not be in the plants? Did I do it? I have a little blue ball. Oh, and it's gone now. Okay. Oh, he has a little symbol over it. Ah! The Armor Crab's ability creates a heavily armored shield capable of releasing shockwaves that can shatter stones. Holding it down will continuously expand the shield, and when you release it, you'll release a shockwave. Okay. Oh, E. Yay! Wow. Sometimes I'm really bad at inference. That statue is making me uncomfy. Cool. It takes me a while to learn the new mechanics of each area, but I do always enjoy them. I really like the design of the domain. This is really cool.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Thanks for reminding me, Paimon. We might have to go through every door. Issue is with domains, as you can see. I either need to completely start over or finish it, so. I didn't realize that this quest would put me in such a sticky situation. Especially on a work night. But hey, we're getting some fighting in.
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Incinerate. Barbados, guide us. Hey.
These dogs ain't shit.
Incoming. Cut to the chase. Sakura swirl.
I love my Sakura swirl.
Wind, hear me.
I make blizzard, you go boom.
Boom.
Yeah, we gotta kill those guys first because they do charging. We just learned that. We like to overload them. We like to overload them. We like to kill them before we kill anything else.
Nowhere to hide.
Opposite energy.
Don't blink.
Hell yeah. Give me more water. I was gonna say, we should definitely be able to reach now.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Cool. I do like that, you know, we have proper swimming stamina in Fontaine. That's kind of nice. Oh, they want us to go down? thought that was water for a second. Door resurrection, great. A checkpoint. Ooh, those are big boys. And big dice. Whoa.
My apologies. Speed of light. Embrace the ice. Barbados, guide us. Motion to compel.
Okay, this is gonna take a while. Mostly because I'm not super familiar with them, but I know they respond to like the type of element that I use.
Don't blink. Boom boom.
Trying to keep using overloaded.
Motion to compel.
Gotta keep on dodging.
My apologies. I swear by my sword.
Keep the healing going. We almost got him. Ouch. Meant to be hurt. I'm glad that my fingers still have the... And dogs now. Great. My fingers have the muscle memory still for this game. I remember where my characters are for the most part.
Don't blink. Hey! Take flight. Sakura swirl. Incinerate.
Melt and overpower.
With sword comes shadow.
I like swords and I like the magic. I don't like great sword. I'm sure a polearm character that I like exists. I just haven't encountered one yet. Oh, I like floating through.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum.
That's a lot of reverse
Though, as
water.
expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right.
Look for clues. Water that's going upward. Is that a clue? Alright, let's just go through. Collect all the evidence.
What's all this? Aw, it's a fun pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh?
The victim's belongings.
You mean the girls from... And all the boxes of things. These names.
That's very incriminating. I was gonna say heck yeah, but I mean more like from a we got 'em boys type perspective rather than an actual like cool kind of perspective.
Over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just...
That was a lot.
How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
So they're trying to probably save... Yeah.
So that's why he did it. Wait, did he really
It'd be more... I think it'd be a better villain story if it was kind of like, oh, they're trying to save the people of Fontaine from... Trying to save the people of Fontaine from the water level rising by allowing them to, go into the water and also return.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain?
I knew they were connected.
Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vacher is the one who did all of these...
Which is why he was a witness that was never reported, which I said earlier.
So that's it. Vacher was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either. If that's the case, what... In any case...
It's all coming together, man. Alright. The weird pool. Can we please examine the weird pool?
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over
Yeah,
here.
because all the water's
It's
moving
full of
up.
water. That means this is where they make all the synth. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Why am I letting Paimon do all the writing? I'm not going to be able to read it when we're in court.
Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques
The
and
third
Callus
person.
because of a
Third
lack
and
of
fourth
confidence
person.
that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Yep.
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
A confession.
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Heck yes. This is so incriminating. Okay. It's just a matter of if we can get what's his nuts specifically to go down with it. Trying to see what I'm missing in here. Okay, it's nothing past here. But it wouldn't be telling me to keep investigating if I wasn't missing something. Oh, there's another one in this area. Okay, my bad. Didn't realize the bottles were separate.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
Paimon, don't even think about it.
Super obvious.
Paimon attempting to write notes in code and then not remembering the code. Yeah, that's exactly canonically how it would be.
We've looked at almost everything here and it seems... Yeah. We haven't found anything that reveals his... No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way,
Unless
even
it
if we
is
bring all this
Neuvillette.
back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing.
Clues related to Vache. Again? Oh my goodness. Come on.
Item, Paimon will take this up.
Rummaging. How much time? Because I thought we were racing against that at the moment.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks.
She was just looking for persimmons. Oh my gosh. Come on, girl.
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
Pardon me.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name?
Yes.
Then... Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
She was pregnant. Lufated?
So many! Oh, the final name she Marcel.
Oh.
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm so glad I picked the right piece of evidence to look at. The opera epiclese. Who knew we were getting such a dramatic ending tonight? And who knew that I wouldn't be able to
do you
stop
see,
playing my game
Marcel?
by, like,
Is it a man named
10 p.m.
Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even...
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's working, relax,
it's all right,
dude.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Yes, and I got wet. You say you've never heard of Vache. However, you're related.
But the truth of it, Marcel,
I get to speak!
is that you've always been Vache.
I love that I get to speak.
Your lair. We already know everything. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's
Which is why we couldn't find him in
Even
the
the
records.
villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
You said you only heard one
Fixated your
gunshot.
gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around
He
you.
said he's never met him.
So,
Yeah.
you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations.
Both the things that they just said are
Our
unimportant.
determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next
The music
stage.
is so...
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Ah, confession!
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage
I knew he was
were
evil,
laughing
la
at me.
la la.
They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved drama.
It's very dramatic.
While turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together.
Is he
Wherever she
about
goes,
to...
I
Poor
will
rich man.
follow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Ah.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
Is he drinking
I can't
synth?
dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
We also have a message for him, technically, right? Are we gonna make him cry with that?
Still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
That will help his
Don't
signs
touch
of mental
me.
distress.
Don't anybody come near me. Vinier, please, Vinier. Don't think badly of me.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer
There's still
have
not a
any
clear
basis.
reason other than my
Fine by
random
me.
theory as to
I
why
was
he
in a
got
bad
dragged into
mood.
it anyway.
After a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
No connections whatsoever.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial
I didn't even have to
disappearances
submit that
case.
much. I found a ton of evidence, and all I had to say was, "It's you."
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vinier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson.
Poisson.
During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rasula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rasula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet.
On his property.
Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected,
I really wanted the
he
one
was
gunshot
able
thing to
turn
come
Callus
up.
into
That was
the
such
murder
an
suspect
important
by
detail.
dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case.
Yay!
With the truth revealed to
We
all.
did it! Did we complete 2 chapters today? Surely there's going to be a chapter end. Unless we have to end it with a meal. That is very... It's quite the ritual that we do
deliver
that.
the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
Innocent.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice
Mécanique
Mécanique d'Analyse
Cardinal.
Cardinal, Mr. Vache
Oratrice Mécanique
is
d'Analyse Cardinal.
guilty.
Guilty!
Guards! Take Vache away.
Sure thing, lame-ass
Good.
god.
It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history.
He's hurt so many innocent
People are like, oh my god, Shook, Paimon.
what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
She's gonna cry some more.
Demoiselle, you were absolute.
A day our late boss had always hoped for as...
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted.
Why are you
and
here?
it's a big ol' happy ending.
Like, I enjoy
Since
looking
it's
at
been
you, but
such a
why are
great
you
show,
here?
I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way,
Oh.
I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll
I guess that had
excuse
to be
me-
resolved, but it
Please
seems
wait
random
just
that he
one
was brought
moment,
in.
Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh,
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
or does
According
it?
to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is
Good
this really
gracious.
necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Oratrice Mécanique
Hey,
d'Analyse
hey!
Cardinal, how could
That's
you?
not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
That's fair.
Do you think
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
But we learned from
Guards,
Lenny that
please
something's
take the
wrong with the
suspect into
core
custody
in that
per court
machine. So
protocol.
I'm sure the next chapter of the story is us fixing the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. Oh, does he say fuck no, fuck you?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke.
A cutscene!
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Our boy. Taking ass. Kicking names. Can go. That's without a vision. He's just built different. Will he still get arrested after all this? That would be so lame. There are a lot of guards though. He is literally a harbinger though. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Farina, did you actually do something useful?
I am sorry.
Oh no,
If you have
it
been
wasn't
wronged,
Farina.
we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
You mean to tell me... I'm sorry, you're how powerful? That you could disrupt the Harbinger's foul legacy transformation and you walked away with a single scratch?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it!
She's been asking very suspicious, acting very suspicious today.
Either. Hey, stop staring at me!
We need to talk to her anyway.
What does Lady Verena mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizen.
Oh, there's a view spot down there.
Did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court?
Yes.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what
Yeah,
was
she's
going
just saving face. She's kind of shitty that way.
Given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement.
She's so annoying. Oh my god.
Of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up
I really
drama
hope she has a
and
cool redemption arc. I really do.
And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Until
If
now.
you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence.
Are you done?
Everything
Oh my
he's
god.
done, all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end.
So she chose
Good,
to make
this
her escape
my
after all,
bedtime.
did she?
So you're saying we should...
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
Very
However,
save
please
face.
be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, well, after all, he's done plenty of bad stuff.
He has some bad
So he
stuff.
should've
Get
known
into
he'd
super
go to
duper
prison
sleep time.
someday, right?
We finally gotten to a point where we can save.